You could also pull out tarragon. So either hyssop or tarragon. If not, I'll give you some other choices as well, but those would be the first two go-to things.
Go ahead and type in the chat room if you don't have any of those.
Sitka and Cape Snowbush would also be in the mix.
Yes, thank you for that feedback this weekend. Last weekend was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed last weekend, yeah? And 10th class. You guys did really well.
And again, if you don't have any hyssop, tarragon, a Sitka, or a Cape Snowbush, go ahead and just type in the chat room and we'll find you a substitute.
How are we doing?
They seem good. I haven't had any. Is it still open?
And also,
Last weekend's recording is available. Email us at plantpronicalendar@gmail.com to go ahead and get that. We're at 41.
okay, we're gonna just get busy. Because we want to be able to cover enough ground here. So thanks for joining us. So what we're dealing with here is basically achieving all levels of sleep. This is, again, taking the thing that we did last week was very, very general. Now we're starting to be a little bit more specific where we're trying to hit all the different sleep cycles, but especially the ability to fall asleep. Now, when we're looking at the ability to fall asleep, there's a couple of things that need to happen. So one is your nerves, your sensory nerves, need to quiet down. So, you know, that's why we turn off the light, we make the room quiet. You know, sometimes if you have a soft blanket, that makes it a little bit easier. Soft, something soft touching the body. You know, all these are very soothing. When the sensory nerves are overactivated, it causes your brain to not be able to process things, and it doesn't allow you to let go. And this can happen from pain, it can happen from anxiety, it can happen from agitation throughout the day, it can happen for all kinds of reasons. One of the big reasons why the sensory nerves can get backed up and firing so rapidly is the lymphatic system, when it gets stagnant, makes the lymphatic nerves fire at a much more rapid rate. Now, eventually, this can actually turn into a condition. So if you look at something like chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia, it is a condition where the sensory nerves are firing too much. Even PTSD is a condition where the sensory nerves are firing too much. And eventually this causes brain fatigue. It slows down the ability to cognitively process information, for one. And then two, it causes brain fatigue. So it causes a psychological issue, but a lot of times it is the biology. So with that, we want to not just treat a symptom, we want to go through and re-educate your body systems, so that even after treatment has stopped, that you start sleeping better and better without needing to do something every time it's time to go to sleep. So with this, yes, we are studying, but at the same time, we're doing group therapy tonight. We're doing a good therapy session. And so the other benefit of this is We're also going to be calming down the muscles in your body. When you're trying to fall asleep, all the muscle in your body has to basically calm down. Now, when we think of muscle, we think of skeletal muscle, but a lot of times the muscle that's not coming down is the muscle in your digestive tract, or the smooth muscle of your digestive tract. When the smooth muscle of your digestive tract is tense and overactivated, the byproduct of that is not only not being able to get good deep sleep, but you will start producing anxiety. Like you'll start to get real anxious. So this should be calming and soothing to the emotions, and should improve how your body feels, reduce anxiety, improve digestion. But definitely it should start helping you fall asleep better and easier, and then starting to have longer lasting sleep once you do fall asleep. So close your eyes for a second. I'm not going to have you check in with anything. I'm just going to have you close your eyes. Just check in with your emotions, your mind, and your body. Just check in with how you feel. If you were to go into meditation right now, how would that go? Are you relaxed? Are you tense? Are you stressed? Just be still and pay attention. Okay, so you have either the hyssop or the tarragon. And let's have you now start to slowly begin to inhale. You're starting to inhale. Your awareness is on your front solar plexus. Yes, all the system would be okay. Now move your awareness to your back solar plexus, which is your mid back. Front solar, now we're on the back side. Go to your front and back spleen, which is on the left-hand side below the ribs. Go to your navel. Drop down 1.5 inches below your navel. Go to your basic chakra. And then the soles of your feet. Just be still, be aware, close your eyes. Just be still. Okay, now begin to inhale again. Your awareness is on the soles of your feet. Move your awareness up to your ankles. The front and back knees. Your hips. The right and the left side. Your low back on the spine area, your lumbar spine. To your mid back, your mid spine. Your upper spine between your shoulder blades. Your neck. The bones in your neck. Your armpits. Your elbows. your wrists. The palms of your hands. Awareness is on the palms of your hands. Go to your ear canals. Just be still, be aware. Just keep your eyes closed. Just let your body be still. Now we're going to do the first cycle, the first protocol we did. Still using the same oil. Begin to inhale again. Your awareness is on your front solar plexus, which is just below your ribs. Move your awareness to the back solar plexus, your mid-back area. Continue with your awareness on the back solar plexus. Do the front and back spleen on the left-hand side, just below your ribs. Go to your navel. An inch and a half below your navel. Your tailbone or basic chakra. The soles of your feet. Just be still, be aware. Just be still. Put your awareness on your brain. Begin to inhale the same exact oil. Keep your awareness on your brain. Just be still for a second. Begin to inhale again. Your awareness is on your lungs. Just be still, be aware. Move your awareness to the liver. Right hand side below the ribs. Move your awareness almost to the midline, just slightly off to the right hand side. Keep your awareness on that area. Okay, just be still, be aware. Now go to the kidneys. Keep inhaling on the kidneys. Just let it go. Just let everything go. Just be still. Be aware. Begin to inhale again. Your awareness is on your spleen. The left-hand side below the ribs, front and back. Just be still, be aware. Put your awareness on the navel. Move your awareness to 1.5 inches below the navel. Just be still, be aware. Keep your eyes closed. Just be still. Just let everything go. Just be still. We're going to do another cycle of that same pattern. So again, begin to inhale. Your awareness is on your brain. Move your awareness to the lungs. Move your awareness to the liver on the right-hand side, just below the ribs. Move your awareness a little bit inward to the gallbladder. Move your awareness to the kidneys. Move your awareness to the spleen on the left-hand side, just below the roots. Your navel. Put your awareness on your navel. An inch and a half below your navel. Your tailbone, your basic chakra. Just be still, be aware, just let go. We're still going to use the same oil. We're going to do a different pattern. We're going to do the cranial pattern. Begin to inhale. Your awareness is on your throat. Continue to inhale on your throat. Drop down to the throat minor, which is at the base of your throat, right between the two little collarbones there, that little sternal notch. Go to the back of your throat. Go to your jaws, where the jaw hinges. Your awareness is on both sides. Continue to inhale on your jaws. Move your awareness to the temples. Go to your back head, opposite your eyebrows. Go to your forehead, where the hairline is. Just be still, be aware. Just be still. Just let everything go, just be still. Okay. We're going to do that same pattern again, but this time we're going to change oils. So here are some choices. Any sort of fir, any sort of spruce, the blend chakral root cleanser, also kunzia. Now, if you don't have one of those, let us know so we can help you choose.
And just type it into the chat room if you don't have it. And if you don't have any of those, go ahead and type in your full list of oils so Greg can find the one closest to you. Nadia, you want me to go through hers?
She has spike nugget. I'll do spike.
All of those are A choices. The ones he just listed, which were the fir, any fir, spruce, truffle root cleanser, or kunzea. I'm guessing the angel oils is Angel's Kit 1 and 2.
Benzoin.
All right, anybody else? Oh, Angel's 1 wasn't benzoin. From the Higher Creativity Kit or Angel's 1 kit.
Oh, okay. Either or?
She has both the Higher Creativity and Angel's 1 kit.
Clary said.
He did not mention frankincense or myrrh. Yes, wait, Sitka is a spruce.
Yeah, Sitka will work.
Okay.
We ready? Okay, so here we go. Begin to inhale. Your awareness is on your throat. Put your awareness on the secondary throat, the throat minor, which is the base of your throat in between the two collarbones, which is the sternal notch. Go to the back of your throat. Go to the jaws, where they hinge in front of the ear canals. Go to the temples. The back head. And the forehead. Just be still, be aware, keep your eyes closed, just let go for a moment. Just let go. Okay, how do you feel? Let's go ahead and get a little bit of feedback. We just did a segment, a slight variation of a segment out of the sleep portion of the sleep memory class, a variation of segment 3. We added a little bit of psychotherapy in there with the arms and legs, but let's go ahead and get some feedback. You can unmute yourself or type it into the chat room.
I feel like I'm on drugs. My body is floating in the air in slow motion. I think I just OD'd. Quiet down the sensory nerves. Yum.
Yeah. So this is really good for people who are oversensitive, like because of meditation oversensitive, or sometimes we're just naturally oversensitive. You get overwhelmed by going out in public or when you're in crowds, just being around people. For me, I use this actually, I have a light sensitivity. And so there's times where I have to even wear like shaded glasses inside. And, you know, it's a genetic issue that happens with people like super Northern European genetics. And so I do this to calm it down, and like it calms it down substantially. Like I could never go outside without sunglasses. Now I go outside all the time without sunglasses, and every once in a while it starts to flare up, and I'll go through and I'll do this protocol. It goes right away. Yeah.
Very relaxed, ready for bed. Is this good to do before sleeping?
This is great to do before sleeping, and if you do this a couple times in a row, you'll notice that your ability to fall asleep becomes easier and easier. Like it becomes substantially easier for you to conk out, go to deeper sleep, and to stay in deeper sleep for longer periods of time. Yeah.
Very relaxed, but I'm getting a migraine.
Probably get up and just move around. I'll check, I'll get that person's name. I'll check to make sure. But sometimes what happens is you might be expelling like a lot of stress and tension, and the Ming Men, which is opposite your navel on the backside, might be expelling a little bit. And so I'll check it, make sure it's okay. But usually if you stand up and do like hula hoops, you know, move your back around and move your hips, rotate your hips, it usually will go away.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, yes.
Would this help with too much stimulation from TV and cell phones and stuff like that?
Any sort of overstimulation.
Sweet.
And you had one of my favorite quotes of all time. Like over this last weekend, this is Tracy from Birmingham. She said, she goes, either Greg's on speed or I've slowed way, way, way down.
Yeah,
that was really funny.
The Taurus likes it. Thank you.
Someone said they're entranced and grateful.
So the other thing, you notice a person said entranced and grateful. This will also help your meditation. This will help your meditation, and if you have like a backache or a shoulder ache or something like that, it actually is helpful for you know, bad backs, bad shoulder, you know, bad knees, whatever. You can focus a little bit on the area if you need to, but it decreases body tension so substantially that it will definitely take the tension out of a bad back. And so if you think about it, like when somebody is in pain, they start to have more and more difficulty falling asleep. So originally this approach was developed for managing pain syndromes. And so it's calming to the nerves, it's calming to the muscles, it's calming to your emotions and mind. It calms everything down. And so if there's a pain syndrome, usually just this will allow you to relax, but it also takes the edge off the pain. It wasn't for pain itself. It was for the sleep disorder that comes from chronic pain.
My eye has stopped twitching finally.
Somebody said their eye stopped twitching finally. So again, a lot of times that's a byproduct of stress or tension up on the C1, C2, like the upper part of your neck. And again, taking the tension out of the body makes it go away.
Decreased pain in my jaw with the hemlock spruce, like deep in the middle of a thick, dark, wooded forest.
Nice.
That explains why I'm barely keeping my eyes open but feeling pressure in my head.
Yeah.
Is there a pattern or sleep/memory protocol that will help us remember our dreams?
We're going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks. This actually definitely helps you to access it more, but as we go through the sleep mechanisms, we will be doing things to help remember dream time.
The person who had the migraine coming on said they are a chronic migraine sufferer.
Okay.
A couple of steps ago, I felt warm, dark, and soft. It felt both very close and infinitely expansive at the same time, like I was floating in the womb of the universe.
Nice.
Without any extension, saw chakra of my sister.
Huh.
Relaxed yet exhausted. My arms and legs are achy, a bit of a front headache.
But again, that's the same thing. If you get up and just move around a little bit, it's probably a little bit of body congestion. Yeah.
Go ahead, Peggy. That's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, Peggy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had to go do this prescription thing, and so I listened to it while I was driving in the car, praying that you guys weren't hearing my car sounds. And I wasn't practicing deep breathing, but I was listening and going right along with you. And as I'm going home, it's about a 15-mile thing. I'm on my way home, and I'm thinking, I wonder if he knows this works if you don't do it as deep as we do it when I'm sitting here and the video's on. I
Yeah,
thought
it should still work.
it
Yeah,
still works.
yeah, good.
It's so exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Just don't fall asleep.
Good.
Don't fall asleep.
Like that.
Did that
safe.
make your rib feel a little bit less painful?
Oh yes. Matter of fact, I have been sending emails. I don't know where I'm sending them to. I get confused with the different addresses, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Even Saturdays that helped quite a bit. And I've been functioning relatively normally. I'm not picking anything heavy up and I'm not doing any twists or anything, but yes, it did. And the focus and the awareness, and yeah, I'm real excited. I'm in much better shape than I was before.
Good. That makes me happy.
Oh, you make us happy. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Samantha.
So much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was very clear. Why did you switch the oils at the last step?
Well, all three, the first three steps are first calming down the sensory nerves, then calming down the muscle, and then the third step was to stimulate the different levels of sleep, sleep cycles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the fourth is actually about processing and going deeper into the unconscious. And so the oil that we were using there at the very end, things like spruces, firs, chocolate root cleanser, they're more geared to going deeper into the unconscious, where the other oils that we were using was more about calming the body and the nerves and the muscle down. But it doesn't really help access the unconscious quite like that last step. And so we had to switch it up at that last little phase there.
Someone just asked if Splendor would work at that last.
Splendor, it would work. It doesn't work anywhere near as well. I mean, it's kind of why chocolate root cleanser was made. Originally chocolate root cleanser was made, this is gonna sound funny, but I originally made chocolate root cleanser to do work with archetypes. And so, archetypes are about accessing the unconscious. And when I started working with the blend, it was really general. It wasn't about any specific archetype. It was about just like working archetypal patterns. I started noticing that it was a great cleanser and that it was very, very good for treating a lot of physical issues and ailments. And so I started integrating it into a rotation of using, like say for a pain syndrome, for example, using the pain oil and then rotating it with chocolate root cleanser. And so I did that for a long time, but originally it was specifically about accessing the unconscious. And when we're doing this here, we're looking at something that's physical, psychological, and then we're also looking at a spiritual component. And really there is no separation. Our mind tends to separate these pieces, but there is no separation. And so we're calming down the physical body. We're starting to calm down and release things out of the emotional mental body. But what starts to happen is we start going deeper and deeper into the unconscious, where there we start to transmute some of the ways of thinking and releasing some of the ways of thinking. We process some of the things. Sometimes what's happening, why we're having a hard time falling asleep, is there's something bothering us in the unconscious that we're not wanting to access, right? And it's not that you're choosing to hold on to it, it's just, it's there and it has to be processed. And so things like spruces and firs and the chocolate root cleanser are all about releasing things out of the unconscious. So another way of saying that is you're detaching from something, or if it's something positive or soul energy is coming in, it actually reinforces it. So depending on what is coming in, it is either detaching and letting go, or if it's of the soul, it actually is getting reinforced in this particular segment. So it is a way to detach, diminish any sort of feelings of abandonment that go along with detachment, and then reinforce the positive aspect through stimulation of the right side of the brain. And so that last piece, we have to switch to a different oil. Yeah.
Now, what was that first pattern we did? Does it have a name?
It's the digestive pattern. Yeah. In the booklet, you know, we skipped around, we did a couple cycles of it. We actually added an extra piece where we went through the body. And that's just to clean up the body to a deeper degree. That's not something that's necessarily in the class, but I thought I'd add a little bit extra to that session and that segment, just to take it a little bit deeper. And then we cycle through again. So a lot of times what happens is we have energy from the environment that has accumulated, and it gets stuck in the arms and the legs. The arms and legs are extensions of the basic chakra. And so these energies from the environment is what you would call elements or elementals, right? And so it could be of stress, it could be associated with fear, it could be associated with trauma, conflict, you know, whatever it is. But sometimes if we flush the things out of the arms and legs, it takes the segment we're doing much, much deeper. And so we unwound the digestive tract. So it allows for proper lymphatic function. Then we went through and cleaned up the arms and legs, and then we did another cycle of it to go a bit deeper. And so if you notice that you felt almost completely different in that first wave of things that we did, where we did the digestive pattern. And you're starting to shift around what people call the second brain, or the brain in your gut.
What is the chakra, the upcoming class, the chakra and the tree of life about?
So there we're talking about the tree of life. So we'll be talking about all 11 chakras. We'll be talking about the esoteric or spiritual aspects of the chakras, and the archangel affiliated with the chakra, and then the difficulty or the thing that we have to master with that particular chakra. So each chakra has its difficulty and its positive aspects. So we're going to talk about those two aspects. I've actually gone through and added a psychological component to each of the chakras, and a physical component, as well as talking a little bit about the aura and the chords and things like that. So we're making a little bit more about the energy body, but we're still doing the true Kabbalistic tree of life. And so there's also some angel, you know, each chakra has an angel that goes along with it.
And just really quick on that one, guys, if you ever took his class before, that was just called the Tree of Life. Some of you took it when it was called Chakra and the Tree of Life, but if you've taken just the class Tree of Life with Greg, you can review it for free via Zoom.
Yep.
And you can register. The website's up, and I just want to apologize. The website, we are working out a server issue at the moment. We are told it should be completely resolved tomorrow. So I know a lot of you guys have been having a little bit of a time trying to get on and register, but right now the website is up. So you can log in or just register without even logging in for any of the classes right now.
So, okay, you guys. Well, I have to get going. I still have a few more phone meetings this